A bunch of stuff has happened over the past couple days on Roblox, such as Roblox potentially planning a response to Schlep and Ruben Sim that could potentially save the platform or make it so much worse. We can only speculate. Roblox apparently banned millions of accounts because they had something in their username. It's kind of insane. And a bunch of other stuff that I want to talk about in today's video after I ask you to subscribe. And if you were already subscribed and you clicked on this video, I thank you very, very, very much from the bottom of my heart. But if you weren't subscribed, I don't thank you, and I'm so mad. Anyways, let's move on and talk about all the news I mentioned and a lot more for my last news video, guys. This is like the 5th time I've said that, but guys, every time I say it, more news comes out, so they're not letting me leave. And let's talk about the first big news, which just happens to be Roblox apparently officially removing restricted maturity rating Roblox games, or not removing them, but updating them so they're actually a different age rating, if that makes any sense. We all know about the restricted age rating, all right? And there's a lot of people complaining online about the restricted age rating because the age that it required you to be was, like, people would say is not enough. And Roblox has been slowly rolling out this update for a while now, but it seems like as of 2 days ago, they fully rolled this out to everybody in every single game. So yeah, if you were someone that previously verified on Roblox and was able to play restricted games, you might not be able to anymore if you do not meet the new age requirement. Now, this has been met with a lot of reactions, a lot of positive ones from what I can see on twitter.com, but now there's also the confusion here because people seem to think that this new age rating means that games can have inappropriate stuff in it, which is not the case. I don't think the rules have changed for these restricted experiences. They're still the exact same as they were before. It's just now you have to be a different age to actually play these games. And of course, there's the other, you know, complaints that people have, rightfully so, such as people like bypassing the verification systems on Roblox and whatnot. But regardless, I think most people think this is a good update. This is kind of what people were asking for during the whole Schlep thing, or like the peak of the Schlep thing. It's not over. And speaking of Schlep, let's just move on to that next, because Schlep released another video about Roblox after 2 months. It's crazy that it's already been 2 months since his last video, but basically in his video he talks about a email that he received from Roblox when they contacted him only 2 days after his previous video on August 25th. Now, this is not anything new from what I could tell. I think Schlep has actually tweeted about this before, and I talked about it on the channel, but basically Roblox had this like weird email to Schlep saying, hey, let's work something out so you can kind of still be on the platform in some way, shape, or form. And it was sent directly to Schlep instead of through his lawyers. There was a bunch of other issues with that. I recommend you go watch Schlep's video on this for even more information, but that's kind of the gist of it, is that he was contacted by Roblox to kind of set up some sort of deal to maybe stay on the platform in a way, but this deal was never ever expanded upon, so we don't know exactly what the deal was that Roblox is offering. And also, it was sent to Schlep via the wrong channels, which is kind of funny because isn't Roblox the guys that banned Schlep over not using the right channels in reporting, and now they're not using the right channels to you get what I mean. Regardless, it's been a pretty big deal. It's gotten 4 million views in the past 24 hours. People really care about this, obviously. Like, this is such a huge deal. This is the biggest thing that's ever happened on Roblox in so long, and it is not positive. It is nothing is in Roblox's favor here, but potentially this could all turn around with a story that I'm going to talk about next, because after Schlep released this video, some people started to notice some stuff changing with certain people. Main example, Matt Kaufman. We all know about Matt Kaufman. This is him. Sorry for the jump scare if that scared you. But he is the chief safety officer. I believe that's his title. And right after Schlep's video, people started noticing that he was following more people. Here's Ruben Sim's tweet about it, because he originally tweeted about this saying, Roblox's chief safety officer just followed Schlep. Really hope this means they're getting ready to walk back their criticism of him. Now, this is not the only thing that has happened with Matt Kaufman, because if you actually go to Matt Kaufman's profile on twitter.com, you will see that he followed even more people, because here's his account right here, Kaufman_Matt. And if you click on his following list, you will see that he is not just only following Schlep, because yes, he actually is following Schlep, but he is also following Ruben Sim now, which is insane, because if you don't know the lore behind Ruben Sim, somehow he was like the original person to get sued by Roblox all the way back in, I think, 2021. And now Matt Kaufman, the chief safety officer, is following both people that Roblox has sued in the past however many years, which is insane and possibly means that something could happen. Now, I'm going to be honest, I have not heard of anything outside of this. Ruben Sim hasn't said that Roblox has contacted him. Schlep hasn't said anything has happened. I don't even think Matt Kaufman has DM'd them, but I do think that they are all following each other now. And I just wonder what's going to happen. Now, it doesn't seem like anything crazy's happened yet, because Schlep is still tweeting about Roblox in obviously a negative light. He's been made aware of some pretty bad games on the platform that he tweeted about 3 hours ago as of my recording, and Matt Kaufman Kaufman followed him like 12 hours ago. So who knows? Maybe we'll never see mediation here. Maybe Matt Kaufman was trying to mediate, but I don't know exactly what's going on in his head. All I do know, though, is that Schlep doesn't follow him, which is kind of funny, but Ruben Sim does. So if we do hear something come out of all of this, it'll probably be from Ruben Sim. So that's pretty interesting, and I'm going to keep up with that. But as of right now, I don't think anything has happened. And I hope that something does come out of this, because I am obviously the #1 Roblox glazer, okay? And I'm not even that big of a glazer, okay? Like, I like playing the games on it, you know? There's a lot of really good Roblox games out there, but I'm not going to ride or die for David Baszucki, okay? And, you know, no matter how much tension is going on, I still want this to end positively for Roblox, obviously, because if there is some sort of mediation here between Ruben Sim, Schlep, Matt Kaufman, and Roblox, that'll just mean that the platform will hopefully and probably be a little bit more safer in some way, shape, or form, which is always the best goal here. So yeah, I hope that happens. Can't wait to see what happens, whether it's good or bad. I'll maybe be talking about it. I don't know. And we can now move on to the next story, which is also not very good, because apparently in all of this hubbub that's been going on, Roblox has seemingly started banning millions of people. Well, not banning them, they're resetting them, which is kind of a way of banning them, I guess. And the reason for it is astronomically silly. And I just can't imagine what they're going to do next if they're already doing something like this. So I saw this initial tweet from Zenha that says, within the past couple days, Roblox has decided to go out of their way and reset almost every single account containing 69 in the username, regardless of context. If I could get an estimate, tens of millions of accounts were affected, making this the biggest reset wave in history, which, yeah, I would believe that there is probably tens of millions of accounts affected by this, because, you know, 69 is such a common number, which is just insane. And I just wonder what's going to happen next. Are they going to start doing this to other funny numbers? Like, what about 67? Sorry, guys, that's not funny. I just wonder what's going to happen. Okay, this is like insane. I can't believe Roblox is doing this. Now, there is some more additional information here from Zenha that says the only accounts that have not been banned or deactivated are very new accounts with usernames that have numbers surrounded by other numbers, such as an example here with James7693, which is very interesting. I get why Roblox is maybe doing this. I mean, even going into the comments, you can see a bunch of people showing off their ban notes, such as this person saying, rip the username I've had since 2014, with a ban note showing off that they got banned for having the name Rabid, which is like isn't that bunny thing? Here's another ban note that I saw that's actually just kind of crazy, because this person's name is just egg_hunter69. I mean, I guess, yeah, you probably shouldn't be using that number, I guess, but like, I don't know. Now, thankfully, it seems like with these username resets, you do get a free username change, I think. From what I'm reading in the comments, there's a lot of people that are saying, hey, I got banned from this and I was able to change my name for free anyways, so maybe this is a good thing, guys. Roblox is wiping out this number from the platform, which I guess will have a minuscule effect on safety, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's not too big of a crazy thing unless the names actually are inappropriate. But like the ones I showed, some of them just have the number in it because they're stupid, I guess. But also, these people that got reset, I guess, get a free username change, which, I mean, I guess it's maybe not that bad. Now, it also seems like these username resets have went further than just the number 69, because I've seen a bunch of other people get their usernames reset for other reasons like that I don't understand. I'll try and find some screenshots and put them on the screen, but if I can't, I'm sorry. But yeah, it seems like this whole username ban wave goes a lot further than just people with 69 in their name. Very weird stuff. I guess I kind of understand why Roblox is doing this. And at the end of the day, at least these people do get a free username change. So at the end of the day, it's not really that big of a deal, but we can now move on to something else that's kind of a big deal, because David Baszucki apparently wants to go on a YouTuber's podcast. Because I saw this tweet right here from PixelPug saying, "Dear David Baszucki, this is a very formal invitation to join me on my podcast, Creators on the Blocks, to discuss what inspires you, how you got here, and what's next for Roblox. The community would love to hear from you and would deeply appreciate your appearance." And surprisingly, David Baszucki actually responded to this, dude. I am so shocked, because David Baszucki is not the type of guy to respond to stuff like this or just anything in general on Twitter, but he responded saying, "Interesting," in which PixelPug said, "So?" And then David Baszucki said, "Let's connect." Ah, yes, connections. Very cool. I love connections, David Baszucki. But yeah, it seems like David Baszucki wants to go on PixelPug's podcast, which is just, it's so crazy. What kind of timeline is this? Now, we haven't really gotten any updates for this, but yeah, I do wonder if this is going to happen. Seems kind of interesting. And yeah, shout out PixelPug. That's insane. I don't know how that even happened. And now for the last story, we can talk about something that I feel like I need to talk about, because there's another game that is apparently breaking records on Roblox named Fish It. And there's been a lot of people throwing accusations at it that it's botting, but I've also been seeing a lot of people saying that it's not botting and that it's actually just popular. And as you can see, as of yesterday, I believe, the game broke a record, being the 15th game in Roblox history to reach 1 million concurrent players, bro. Now, this has obviously been met with the drama, as I said earlier, of people thinking it's botted. But regardless, this is insane, especially because I don't think I've ever played this or seen anyone play this game. Tell me in the comments if you play fish it, dude, because I am so tapped out of this. Is it a good game? I don't know. Tell me in the comments.